The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its host, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of any entities they represent. Ooh, man, what's happening, y'all? It is Tuesday. It is 7 o'clock, so y'all know what time it is. Welcome all my Inside Steppin family. What's happening, y'all? Y'all have to forgive me. No, y'all don't. I'm good. It's a beautiful day. Y'all, it was only 100 degrees today. It was so wonderfully comfortable outside. And I know that sounds absolutely insane because anytime you start saying that 100 degrees and you comfortable, it feels good outside. That's saying an awful lot. In fact, I think that's a little crazy, but it is what it is, y'all. And I felt better today outside than I have in a long time based on the fact that it's been so doggone hot. But I tell you where it wasn't hot in temperature, and that was Little Rock, Arkansas this weekend at Krush and Kreme. Baby, when I tell you we damn near froze up in that place, y'all don't even understand. We're going to get into that though, because we're going to have my man Ted Williams on here in a little bit, and we're going to discuss some of the festivities from this weekend and talk about, everything that went on. Yet another phenomenal event. I don't have enough good things to say. It's always beautiful when we have events that basically come off without a hitch. I mean, or put it this way. If something bad happened, we don't know about it. The rest of the public don't know about it. Val Wells, I see you. Thank you for checking in. Bernice Newsom in the house. When we don't know about it, that's a good thing, because then that means that the staff and the people who put together the event did everything they were supposed to do. Normal. Y'all see Norma Wilson. I want everybody around the country. I want y'all to pay attention to my girl Norma. I call her Normal. So when you see Normal, and you'll know her because she is a rather height challenged young lady who loves to wear her sunglasses. So when you see her, you'll know who she is. She wears a slick little afro. That's my friend Norma. I call her Normal. So when you see her, say, "Hey, Normal." I know she's like, "I'm going to get you." No, you're not. You ain't going to get me, Normal, because you ain't tall enough. Anyway, Dennis Howard Hodges in the house. My man Pastor D out there on the West Coast. Hey, man, you would have had a great time at this event this weekend. Ted did that. Ted and Orange Slice and everybody who helped to make their event be the best that it could be, man. I tell you what, they did a fantastic job. Before we get real far into that, I'm going to set up today's show. We're going to talk about a few things, and I'm probably going to piss some people off, but we'll see what happens. You never know. David Johnson in the house. My man, what's going on, baby? Super Dave is in the building. Karen Nichols, Myra Matea in the house. C1s, what's up? C1. Rashid Q is in the house. Y'all all coming through today. That's what's up. They was all down there with us, kicking it real hard. We had, man, I'm telling y'all, when I say we had a good time, we had a good time. But look, y'all, tonight's show, aside from the recap, I got something I want to talk about. I got some questions, and here's why. Somebody called me, and they had some questions. Here's the question. I'm going to pose this to y'all right quick so you can think about this. My good friend Tania Foster over in Ohio, she called me up. And she asked me a question. I want to ask you guys, and I want you guys to, and you don't have to give me your top 5. Give me your number 1. I want you to give me your number 1. What is the main thing? And you can give me more than one if you want to. You can give me 2 or 3. It don't matter. But what is the number 1 thing, the number 2 or 3 thing that you go to a stepper set out of town for? What is it that you're looking for when we go? Because think about it. We spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of everything when we travel to these events. And the question becomes, what is the real purpose or reason why we decide to spend our money, our hard-earned money, to go to different events throughout the country? What is one event going to have that is different than the last event or the next event? What is it? David Calhoun, my main man in the house. What's happening, family? Jewel Booth, I see you. Thank you, Jewel, for that answer. She said a new city. I like that one. Smiling Happily is in the house. I like that. Tara Lachey Dawson, I see you. Thank you for checking in. Y'all know I can't see. Reggie Miles is in the building. Reggie said the women in the walking. I know that's right, Reggie. Yeah, and they got it in this weekend too. We did a lot of walking down there in Arkansas. I think that this is a question that deserves some attention, but it lends also toward some other things that I have questions about tonight. Now, the first thing I'm going to do before we get into that, because I want y'all to give some thought to those things, to that thing, before we get too far into it. And right now, I'm going to reach out to my man, Ted Williams, whose event we just attended this weekend, and see if we can get him on the line right quick and have this whole discussion about his event, because I got some questions for Ted too, y'all. Lee and John is in the house. I see ya. Thank you for coming through. Val Wells, what's up, Val? Rashid said the whole vibe. Yep, Rashid, I like that. I think that's a good one. I'm with you on that one, Rashid. I think the vibe, man. You know, I realized too that I also, when we come, she said Ted Williams is asleep. He probably is. Marlena Morris, hospitality being made to feel as an appreciated customer. Absolutely, Marlena. I like that one too. That is very important because it's always critical as far as I'm concerned. Look like Ted ain't gonna answer, so we're gonna talk about his event without him. It's always critical, and I think customer service is one of those things that is so necessary, so very necessary. It's nothing worse than going to an event and feeling like you just another number, like you just there. Nobody likes to feel that way. Hey, Lady D. Lady Di is in the building. That's my girl right there, Houston's own. There's nothing worse than going to an event and not feeling as though you belong there, or being made to feel like you're a standout or not, welcome. And I think the people around the Steppin community in general are fantastic about making each other feel home, feel at home and welcome. And least of all, the last people who should be making you feel any differently are the ones who actually host the event. Now, let me just get started on this thing from this weekend before we get into the other conversations. So check this out, y'all. First of all, before we get going, y'all throw some hearts in your chat, or some ones on your chat. Put some ones up. If you can hear me clearly and everything is looking good for you, let me know about that. Just put some ones in there for me. Now, one of the things that I loved about Ted's event, one of the things that I think stands out to me, and y'all have heard me talk about before on this show. Somebody just said, Lady Di said, Krush and Kreme is a 5-star event. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Y'all have heard me talk about particularly this year, but more so in recent months, I have been focusing a lot on and been paying a lot of attention to the smaller venues and the smaller events. Here's why. We go to these events, and sometimes we go to the big events, and you kind of get caught up in it's so much going on, and you can enjoy it. Don't misunderstand me, but it's something about these smaller venues that just give you an entirely different feel. And it just feels so much more warm and comfortable. And it's just it's a beautiful thing. I love it. The hospitality, the fact that you have people who will literally walk around and, hey, you good? Do you need anything? Is there anything we can get you? Making sure that everything is on point. you know, now I do give, and I'm gonna give the Texas boys their props on a larger event, who do make sure they take care of everybody around them. They're very receptive. I like that. That's Black and Bling, y'all. So if you haven't attended a Black and Bling, there's one coming up again in 2024. Get ready for that. Their event is they're always mindful of everything that's going on around the room and who needs what and what people are taking care of what needs to be done. That to me is fantastic. And it's always good when you have such a good rapport with the people in your city and the groups and the people in your region that you're able to work together. And speaking about region, tonight we're going to talk about local, regional, and and national events. And we're going to break them down. And that's why I'm going here with this. Okay. They're wise enough to have the right people on their team. Now, I'm going to get to that thing about this teamwork stuff because it's so necessary. When we were, and if you're trying to build an event, and I'm talking to the promoters and future promoters, if you are building an event and you don't have the backing of the people within your own locale, your own city, you're going to struggle. You need to have some rapport with the people within your city. This is how you build a great event. Anything can be a flash in the pan, but the whole idea is to make it a continuous, ongoing event that people respect and want to attend. Then you start talking about the regional aspects of it. And you have people who travel within particular states that come to your event because they're nearby. And I say nearby meaning cities close by and usually adjoining states. Now, Ted's event, Krush and Kreme, y'all, all I'm going to say is Texas showed up and showed out. Texas was in the building, baby. I'm talking about, man, we was in there deep. Darlene Mans, I see you. Thank you for the ones. Texas, man, it was so many of us in there. It was crazy. But guess what? We're right next to Arkansas. Tennessee showed up, showed out. Tennessee came through. Jewel Booth, thank you. And you said, Jewel says, I agree with nice venue, but how do you know about the rest before you get there? That's why you watch Inside Steppin', Jewel, because we tell you these things. Tennessee was in the house. We met people from all the way from Florida. We met people from Philly. I met people from all over the country. There were people there, I believe, from California. We had people there from multiple cities. But the region is where the strength came through. It's where the people showed up. Ted did a fantastic job, as always, of promoting his event and making sure that everybody within his vicinity showed up and had a fantastic time. Now, I'm going to just go down the list of all of the things that took place right off the top. The food, y'all. We ate every day. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon for the brunch. And when I tell y'all the food was good, man, listen, that wasn't no garbage. That was good food, Jack. I ate well. Real talk. Even though I had somebody questioning my wife about getting 2 plates. That's y'all folks to be being nosy. She got a whole husband that was working. She needed to feed. So y'all, and when I say that, I'm not even talking about Ted and them. I'm talking about somebody else that was minding our business. Anyway, the food, top notch. Top notch. Let me tell y'all something. I like okra, but they had some okra that was so damn good. I was like, I need a recipe for that. I need to know where that okra came from. Man, listen, and they told me, and I can't wait to get my hands on some more. It was that damn good. And most people don't even like okra. But for me, that okra was real good. I got to have that again. Now imagine me picking out the okra out of everything that was on those plates. I'm talking about the okra. whatever. Anyway, it was real good. They had Hennessy cake. What'd you say, babe? Come here.
Just everybody loves Friday and Saturday food.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The food on all 3 days. Because there was the brunch on Sunday, and the food in the brunch was off the chain. Matter of fact, if you go and yes, pickled okra. Somebody put pickled okra. If you go back and you watch the videos from that afternoon, I did do a little bit where I put some of the food in front of the camera. Joyce Middleton, I see you. Thank you for coming through. Yes.
I wanted to say this.
Come here, please, ma'am. Producer lady wants to say this. I want you to come say this, ma'am. Creep on in here.
I don't have no.
Here come the producer lady, y'all.
Have any clothes on.
Uh-oh.
Hey everyone. I just wanted to say this. Guy, I noticed with this Steppin, they always forget the women. You kept talking about Ted, but Orange Slice was involved in this also.
Well, I said Orange Slice. I hadn't gotten all the way into it. I mean, she's one of those people that I'm talking about. One of those people that are instrumental in making things do what it does. And I was hoping that we were going to have them in the building, but they're not. So, Susan Watson, hey, how you doing? I see you. Regina Freeman. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hold on. Give it here. Give it here. Let me just do this right here. I know y'all probably think I'm tripping right now, but I'm going to tell y'all this right here. Aside from the food, right? For the people who were there, they know exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all just like this. It was probably 105 outside. I think it was 5 below inside. Listen.
Hey, you danced and did not sweat.
Listen. I'm going to tell y'all this. You know how you go to some events and, hey, don't be tearing up my guitar back there. You know how you go to some events and it's a little, might be a little warm. The room start out cool and then you dance a little bit and things, and it get a little cooler, a little warmer. And, before the night is out, yeah, you okay. Sometimes you're a little warmer than you need to be and you're sitting there, you got your fans. I didn't see not one fan in the room. You know why? That place was a absolute icebox. Baby, when I tell you it was cold in there, it was women in there with blankets wrapped around them. It was people in there damn near with coats on. You could have went and danced. You could have ran a marathon. And you was going to be fine in that place. So, Maumelle Event Center, Maumelle, Arkansas, hats off to your facility. Not only was it beautiful, it was so damn comfortable. It was insane. To the point of, again, people literally were putting on jackets and had blankets wrapped around them. That's how you do it. Now, let me put it this way. When people pay their money, promoters pay their money to do an event, these places should be obligated to make sure that they have their stuff together. These people had their stuff together. It was all right. Dallas Brown was happening. I see you, my man. Susan Watson. Yes, a freezer. She says a freezer. Darlene Mans. Hey, Vanilla Drop. I see you. Trina's in the building. Listen, that place, the venue was beautiful. Ted and Orange Slice did a fantastic job of decorating. The place was beautiful. I mean, it was almost like an orange popsicle. You just wanted to lick it or something. I don't know. It felt weird. Lamar. Amen. My lady has hot flashes and just watching you. Now we have some next year from Philly. Listen, that place, when I tell you that place was an ice box, baby, let me tell you how cold it was in there. We went from one extreme to the other. Shouts out to Trina Allure for her Huntsville event, Steppin' in Huntsville last month. It was warm in there because of the fact that the hotel absolutely dropped the ball. They did a terrible job of accommodating her and her guests, and I'm sure that that's being addressed and has been addressed. But we went from that to the exact opposite at this place when it was an absolute icebox. I mean, to the point where I had to think about it. I was like, damn, do they need to cut the air up? Now, I can't ever recall asking somebody to cut the air up on an event. But it was a good thing. It was so cold in there that I literally had my phone. I was holding my phone in my hand and I walked outside. And as soon as I got outside, you know how it's cold in one place and you go to a hot place and you're like your glasses fog up and your phone gets wet and moist and fogs up. It did all of that happen. It was insane. Enough about the cold. That was a good thing. I talked about the food, and yes, the pickled okra was off the chain. Lady Di said pickled okra was off the chain. Yes, it was. All of the food was fantastic. I just enjoyed all of it. Now, let me say this. Ted does a couple of things during his event that I think are unique. Now, earlier in the show, I asked everyone, or I talked about some of the things, the question that I got asked earlier today about things that you can do as a promoter that sets your event apart from everyone else's. Lonnie Gayton in the building. What's up, homie? What you doing over there in the ATL? What can set your event apart from everyone else's? Pretty Ricky in the house. What's happening, baby? Church on the move. I see you, Val Wells. So he does two things that I like. Now, some people may complain. I didn't hear any. I didn't see anybody complaining. But he literally stopped the set and he calls on the microphone because Ted is his own MC. And by the way, y'all want a great MC for your event? Call Ted Williams. Call the boss. He literally killed his own event, man. He did the damn thing. He MC'd the hell out of his own event. Y'all hire Ted. Put Ted on your roster as an MC for your event because he did a fantastic job. I'm telling y'all now. When he stopped the party, he came through and he had all the men in the room. All the men. Get up, hit the floor, get up. Don't care, get up, get on the floor. He directed all of the men to one side of the floor. Now y'all can go back and watch this stuff on the replays. Go on over to the YouTube channel and just pull up the videos. Inside Steppin', y'all. He had all of the men stand, you got four sides of the floor. And we'll just say for the sake of argument, south, west, and east. And he went to the west side of the floor with all the men facing the west side of the floor. He says, okay, fellas, step in, grab a lady. Everybody go in and grab a woman, grab a woman, grab a woman, grab a woman. And all of the fellas went in, and there was no women left on that side of the room. They went back to the floor. DJ play your box. Boom. Them women got their dance on. Dance went real good. Couple of 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Okay. Stop the set again. Song's over. Okay, ladies, go sit down. Fellas, turn to the south side of the room. All the ladies on the south side of the room. Grab somebody, grab somebody, grab somebody. No ladies left on that side of the room. All the ladies on the floor. DJ, play your box. Boom, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes again. Next thing you know, Ted jumps back in. All right, that's what's up. Song over. He goes to the east side of the room. Same thing again. Every woman in the room got her hand touched more than once. This, to me, is a plus. This, to me, is one of those things that absolutely sets his event apart. Now, I do know of another promoter who has used this technique before, but Ted is very consistent with this on a yearly basis. You're not going to go to Ted's event and not get your hands touched and get your dance. Period. Full stop. That's it. That was one thing that I thoroughly enjoyed about how he get out, right? Then, let me stop right here. Elamar Lamar said, what can someone that has not been to a Krush and Kreme feel in the atmosphere? Expectations. Elamar, the right vibe. I don't even really know how to explain it. The atmosphere is electric with Steppin'. The excitement is high. The people are friendly, make you feel at home. You will not be disappointed. Let me put it to you that way. There are events that I am not going to talk this way about. This event, and y'all know I talk about all the time about quality over quantity, how important that one thing is. A lot of people truly do not understand just how important quality over quantity is when it comes to these events and how necessary they are. It's extremely, to me, it's extremely important. And I think a lot of people unfortunately miss the opportunity to enjoy quality events because, y'all know we got all of this stuff that goes on around the community. A lot of cliques, a lot of, things that other people don't like, a lot of, behaviors and all this type of thing. You're just not gonna get that. Not at Krush and Kreme. You're just not. You're gonna go there and you're gonna enjoy yourself and you're gonna have a great time. People are gonna look out for you. People are gonna take care of you. We had people who would stand at the hotel because it is an event center and it is less than a mile from the hotel. People be like, oh, come on, you on your way down there? Come on, jump in the car with me. Come on, they take care of their people down there, man. It's just a beautiful thing. Yes, Jewel Booth said, I was there last year when he did the mini Sadie Hawkins and really appreciated it. And Jewel, he did do a Sadie Hawkins on Sunday, where the ladies, or was it Saturday? I can't even remember, where the ladies got up and got the men to dance. He did the exact opposite. See, everybody is going to get their chance. Now, as I was saying about these events, you never measure an event. And this is just some things that I'm touching on because I'm going to get on some other stuff in a minute because I'm looking to help people get some better clarity and understanding about what goes on and what we need to be doing to make these events better for all of us. Never measure an event by the quantity of people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present. I'm going to say that again. Never measure an event by the quantity of people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present. And when I tell you, you got quality people in the building at Krush and Kreme, I mean exactly that. We got a lot of people that we admire and we look up to. And, some people even considered, you got people that fans and all kind of stuff. Call them whatever you want. But at the end of the day, there are people who we oftentimes overlook in this community. I had another conversation with somebody the other day, and the discussion came up about, matter of fact, Maurice Thomas called me today, and we had a discussion about all of the talent and businesses and people within our community that we need to begin to embrace. Now, that's something y'all have heard me talk about on here before. And I'm going to continue to push that narrative. And in fact, I'm going to have him on the show one day and we're going to talk about it because in case you didn't know, a lot of you may not know Maurice Thomas. You may know of him, but the talent in that brother runs so deep. It's crazy. Artist, creator, designer, DJ, musician, hell of a dancer. His resume is bananas. You feel me? There are other people like him and like me in this community. The arts within this community run extremely deep. There are people in this community who actually need to begin to bring their crafts and their abilities to the forefront for the rest of us to partake in. There are things that I want and things that I would love to be able to spend my money within our community to get. Y'all gotta start. We gotta make a venue, a way for everybody to begin to do this sort of thing. Now, after he did had all the guys get up and grab the women, he then did a grab bag. The grab bag on I think it was Friday or was it Sunday? I don't remember. Anyway, the grab bag, y'all. He took, I think that was Friday. He took 2 bags. One bag, he got all women's names. He had the women fill out a paper, put the names in the bag. Then he turned around and he put all the men's names in another bag. And then he stopped the party. He and Orange Slice brought the 2 bags to the front of the stage, and they pulled a name from each bag and called the people to the stage. For what? To dance together. You didn't know who it was going to be or who it was going to, well, you just didn't know. Pulled 2 names. C1's, yes, Maurice Thomas is a tailor, among other things. What? No,
Helen
what?
Smith from Dallas, Texas was Vanna Black and Ted Williams.
Oh, was it Helen? Okay.
Yes.
I'm getting, okay. Helen Smith, my apologies, Helen, out of Dallas, Texas, one of the Texas boys team, one of their main folks that helps them do their thing. Vanna Black came through. Her and Ted did the grab bag. Thank you for that correction. So what happened was they got together and the 2 people come on the floor and do their dance. You can also watch that on the replay on YouTube for Inside Steppin at the Krush and Kreme event for the weekend. They did about 5 couples. Now, then they did by crowd participation the winners. The winners of the pop. I'm trying. Yeah, y'all have to forgive me. It's slipping my mind at the moment. I got to get the producer lady. To who won that? It's slipping me.
Now that I can't remember.
I can't remember who won. Oh, she said tequila was too much tequila. Anyway, anyway,
it was fun.
A couple did win. And it's somebody that I know. And
Patrick from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, it was Patrick and Helen, wasn't it? Wait a minute.
So.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Patrick Moore, Memphis, Tennessee, and Helen Smith from Dallas won that. As a matter of fact, yeah, I think that's right. Okay, yeah. Y'all forgive me if I'm off, but I think I'm right. Yes. Somebody just put up Helen and Patrick. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for putting that up, Sakina. Thank you. So it was fun. And it was funny because several people who actually participated. And by the way, there were a lot of Texas participants. In fact, there were 2 or 3 right out of San Antonio who got it in. Y'all did a fantastic job. Thank you. Then they told me later on, oh, I was nervous. I was super nervous because they had never danced on a floor individually like that with nobody else around. So it was kind of cool. And I think it was a little something, just one of them things that give people a little more, confidence and make it more fun in the dance. Because it's not always about like what somebody else said earlier on here about the cliques and all the other mess going on. It's all about us doing our thing. There you go again, Sandra Davis with the Prevagen jokes. I'm gonna get you. So it's all about the fun. It's all about what I just said earlier. It's about the memories that you make with the people who are present, not the people being so many people there that it's about the people that are present and what do y'all do together in these events and make it all fun for everybody. Never measure an event by the quantity of people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present. Remember that, y'all. So they did the grab bag thing. That was very cool. We had a good time with that. Now, last thing he did, and this goes to the answer of what was said about what the question that was asking me about setting an event apart. These things stood out in my mind as something that you don't see at anybody else's event. Now, I've been to events all year long since last year. He did all of this stuff last year. And I've been to events all along since then, and I've not seen anybody else do any of this stuff. So, and these things stand out in my mind as things that made it fun. Now, here's what happened. He did the male dance ticket thing, right? I don't even know what you call it. What he did was all of the women were given dance bucks or dollars or whatever you call them. And every man Every time you dance with a woman, you are to try and get her to give you one of these dance dollars, if you will. At the end of the night, whoever has the most dance dollars wins the prize. So, DJ Anthony won. At the end of the night, DJ Anthony had 55 dance dollars, y'all. 55. He danced with 55 separate women in that room. Now, how cool is that? $100 prize. But how cool is that? That's crazy. But it was fun, you know? So these are the sorts of things that, to me, set events apart. They make things, you know, a little bit different and make them, a little bit more fun. Now, I'm going to spin off of that and go from Ted's event to events in the local, regional, and national sort of move, right? Okay, Phoebe Stewart said Red, White, and Smooth has done the dance dollars last year and this year. Very good then. So those sorts of things are what set an event off, set it apart actually. Remind yourselves, first of all, put Krush and Kreme on your calendar for next year. It'll be mid-August like it was this year. The color theme, and I got this out of Ted on Saturday, the color theme for next year is purple and cream. Every year he changes the theme. Last year it was blue. This year it was orange, as you can see. Next year the color is purple. It's going to be good. C1 said Chalk James would have won that hands down if he was there. He had a run for his money. I'm going to tell you that right now because there was some guys in there putting in work. Carol Bob, yes, it was a very good time. We had a great time. Put that on your calendar for next year. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. You cannot go wrong with an event with a quality is this high. And the hotel hospitality, great, very comfortable. Excuse me. Everything was just it was good all the way across the board. I had zero complaints. Y'all know I don't really complain anyway, but there was nothing to complain about. There was nothing that I found that was out of the ordinary, nothing that I could find that I could say, oh, they need to improve on this. Nah. It was an event with all of the necessary characteristics to have its own lifeblood. The energy was bananas. The energy was great. It was great. Everybody had a good time. People were kicking it with each other, having fun, talking, dancing. It was great. Now, when we start to spin off of this and we start to go to local, regional, and national events. And I want us to start looking at the way we attend these events in that format. On a national scale, we have to keep in mind that everybody is not going to be a national draw. There are people out here who want to jump out and do big events, and they haven't even done small events. A national event, which is going to be a larger event, requires a lot of building, a lot of relationships, a lot of, good energy. Some people are not built for that, and they should probably refrain from attempting to do something as large on the front end. Ideally, what should happen, and I'm putting this out there because there are people who know this stuff, but then there are people who don't, because you got a lot of people out here who want to become promoters. I encourage anybody to be diligent about what it is that they want to do within this community. And I'm saying that because all of us started somewhere. This show was never, I don't know what I expected when I started this show. There's a times where I have encouraged other people to even attempt to do something like what I'm doing. Sometimes people will try things, sometimes they won't. But we have people that are coming up as DJs. We have people who are coming up as promoters. And like J.R. Russell said, yep, you got to promote small events before large ones. Listen, here's the ideal trajectory for any promoter, especially if you are not from Chicago. And I know that sounds biased, but there's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't necessarily have those connections that are not connected by finance. See, people who don't have good relationships gonna spend more money. Why? Because they don't have the ability to draw people toward them who trust what they're doing enough for them to come for any other reason. This is why I say all the time how important relationships are. You build these relationships in your local market, and you attract other people toward you by doing it that way. Now, and here's what I mean. Let's say you're a local promoter, whatever city you're in, and don't think that your city is any different than any other, because I've watched all the cities that I've been around and lived in go through the exact same growing pains. I don't care where you are. It's almost like a woman saying the things that she go through with men are different than the rest of the women. No, it's not. You deal with the exact same things. So if you promote your small events, weekly, monthly, whatever it is, and then from there, you begin to develop enough of a following where when people come to your city, they say, oh, I'm coming to your city. What y'all doing there? What's going on for this weekend? Then you begin to attract those people from around your region and across the country. Regionally speaking, if your event is far enough, let's use the DMV. You got DC, Maryland, Virginia. Those people generally gravitate toward one another. You got the Carolinas. A lot of people move around in that little area up and through there. People who will come from Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, right in there, that little pocket. Here in Texas, we have our own connections: Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. So we all gravitate toward one another in our regional events. So if I've had plenty of people coming to San Antonio. Hey man, we coming to San Antonio. What y'all got going on? If we got something going on, then we're gonna be like, all right, let's roll. Come through. And it's beautiful when you have people that just show up and they come through and they kick it with you. And they're like, man, I had a great time. You show them a good time while they're there. You show them the good hospitality. We've had people come up from Florida. We've had people come really from all over the country to come into San Antonio and hang out with us. But in that, building on a smaller scale, then on a regional scale. Now let's use Houston as an example. This weekend, y'all, if you're in our region, or if you're somewhere else in the country and you just want to come kick it with us, we have third weekend coming up in Houston. Now I'm in San Antonio, but there'll be a lot of people coming from Dallas, from Austin, and from San Antonio to go to Houston for this weekend, because on Friday, you got my collaboration member, Daryl Smooth Greenwood. Him and Ron Brown will be hosting the Steppers Lounge at the studio on Friday. On Saturday, Faces of Houston, Tracy Lacey and her girl Bonnie, will be doing their third Saturday, which yours truly, DJ Be Real, and my man, DJ Mr. Mello, will be in the building, and we will be tearing the roof off that hotel that night, because we get ready to get it in, baby. We're going to tear it up this weekend. And then on Sunday, you got the original Red Rooster with the legendary Third Sundays with my man Cochise over there with Big Chief Productions. Now, all three of these entities work together to put this regional event together that's off the chain on third weekends in Texas. Regional. Now, my man Nike, and we coming up on his event, 1st of October, national event. Texas Heat, y'all. I'm telling you now, if you ain't never been to a Texas Heat, and it's only been 2, you need to come. Because I'm telling you, when I tell you you're going to have a fantastic time, baby, listen, that event is off the chain. And as big as it is, you still get that feeling that you want, that warm and fuzzy, we in the house doing our thing together, kicking it type feel at that huge event. And it is a Steppers contest. So on Saturday night, you're going to get to watch the contestants do their thing and get their check when it's all said and done, when it's all over. It is a great event. My favorite time is, to be honest with you, the 70s night. Of course, I'm working the whole time, but the 70s night is on Friday. Everybody comes through with their afros and they high heels, they platforms and the bell bottoms and the whole nine, and they do the Soul Train line and all of that. That's gonna be off the chain. So, but what I'm saying all of this to say that we have to begin being smart about how we promote our events in order to make them the quality that they should be, and not just some slap together fly by night, hope somebody show up. And the funny thing is, it almost, you can be a snake oil salesman or anything else. There's still going to be people that's going to support you. As amazing as that is, and unfortunate at the same time, because it gives the game a black eye. And a lot of people get caught up and they don't want to necessarily come and kick it. They may not come back, but you just get tired of watching people, do that to people and treat them, shady and that kind of thing. So, we can do better. J.R. Russell said there is power in trust. Absolutely. You just spit out a mouthful right there. You build your brand by providing quality events. Man, thank you. I couldn't have put that no better. I could not have said that any better. Kenneth Wynn says, shout out to Tanya Coleman of Savannah Stylistic Steppers for hosting the laid back kickback set last Saturday. I heard that was nice. Very good. Regional event. A lot of people from around the country showed up there though. Good event. I heard a little bit about it. That's what's happening. So I'm saying all of this. Yes, C1s, we will be in Dallas for Black and Bling 2024. I'm saying all of that to say this. We can do better. And I like it when I see people with the ability to understand what is necessary in order to give a good event and to make it do what it does. Now, here's another little caveat of something that I've noticed lately. And I'm just putting this information out there more or less because, just something to talk about. Because when I notice things, I want you to pay attention to them too. I want you to notice them and I want you to think about them and make your own mind up about what you think about some of the stuff that I say and the things that I point out. So lately, and probably in about the last year or so, I've noticed a lot of people whose events may not have been as successful as they would have liked. And aside from the regional politics, and I say regional because here's what I'm noticing. We'll use Texas as an example, and I think Texas has gone through its growing pains and figured some things out. Texas has another dance genre called swing out and two-step. There was a lot of political battles and things going on here for a very long time. Somehow, Texas has managed to find its way where people are able to coexist without the backbiting, fighting, and all of the nonsense. But I'm starting to wonder, and this is something that you're only going to see where other dance genres are prevalent in particular areas. On the East Coast, you have hand dance and I believe two-step. Up in Detroit, you have ballroom, Greystone, and stepping. Kansas City, you have, I believe it's two-step. And there are other cities where these other dances were predominant. Stepping has begun to sort of seep in and infiltrate a lot of these other communities. And there are people within those communities who don't like it. They don't care for it. Here's my thing. I'm starting to wonder, because all of the promoters that are actually doing this are usually not Chicagoans, because they have other venue needs or people that are around their areas. I'm noticing that a lot of events are starting to become combination, stepping mixed with swing out, two-step, and this type of thing. Where are we headed with that? Are people doing this because they're attempting to draw more people towards stepping? Are they doing this because they're more interested in how many bodies they can bring through the door? What's the real reason for the mixing of the dances? And then here's one of the reasons why I really asked that. Knowing the culture of stepping and our style of dance, unlike most of these other dances, we tend to dance in the north-south style. We use a lane. Where these other dances, you don't ever know where they're going to end up on the floor. Are we putting ourselves in a position where we're going to end up trying to share a dance floor with people who don't share our etiquette, who don't share our style of order in our dance? Are we going to allow others to water down what we do? Or will theirs be watered down and stepping become the predominant dance in those areas? I've noticed a lot of people tend to use stepping as a piggyback for other things. Attempts at changing music, attempts at changing the way the culture operates, the etiquette, the style, attempts at mixing other people's styles of coexistence on a dance floor. What is the real reason? What's happening? Elamar Lamar says, God is blessing you and you are learning to stay and use the gifts to do God's will in this dance community. When people chase money or motives, it tends to tarnish the image for the community. I agree. Truth does not challenge deception all the time. That is your assignment. And you have prayers and supporters with you and a strong queen by your side. Thank you, Elamar. I very much appreciate that. I find it necessary to point some of these things out in order that we as a community address them or understand what we're looking at when we see it. We must be very, very careful as to not allow sort of, I'm going to tell y'all, I've been around stepping a very long time and I've seen a lot of stuff come and go. There are people who have brought all sorts of gimmicks and different ideas into something that doesn't need any adjustment. It doesn't need any changes. All it needs is the people to show up, respect it, and enjoy it for what it is. Jewel Booth says, I am not a promoter, but maybe other dances are embraced because we are all one community, the black community. Well, Jewel, I don't necessarily disagree with that. However, here's the thing. If these other dance genres are what stepping is to us, to them, why can't they just give an event and let the rest of us come to that event? Why does there need to be a mixture of the two? As steppers, and we're talking about two different dances, generally, when we talk about any of these dances, why not just give your swing out event? And if steppers want to show up, cool. Why not just give your two-step event? And if steppers want to show up, cool. Why not just give a steppers event? And if those other people want to show up, then cool. Why must we attempt to have a DJ to play, because it is different music? Why must a DJ have to attempt to bridge the gap between the style of dance based in the music, and we as dancers have to go and sit this one out because the DJ is playing a song for that genre? Why not just give that party and let us decide if we want to come, and we give our party, and then we decide if we're gonna come? How about that? That's all I'm saying. And it's not so much that I have anything against any of them, but as steppers, I just think that, and this is just my personal opinion, we over there. You don't like what we do? Leave us over there. Why is there a necessity to mix the two? And I'm going to tell you what I think. I think there's a necessity to mix the two because the draw ain't the same. And there's an attempt to draw from our community in order to make their community feel better. That's what I think. To make it look like they're having a good party, or to put more money in their pocket. You know, I'm just saying. Kenneth Wynn, no, I don't believe that it does include line dancing. And there's nothing wrong. Let me put it this way. People who like to line dance don't generally complain at a stepper set that they're not playing enough line dance music. Even though Maddie B jumped on me in Arkansas. I mean, in Alabama. Let me stop saying that. Maddie going to be mad at me. But we know that there's going to be 2, 3, sometimes 4 or 5 line dancer songs played. And if it's over a weekend, you know you're going to probably get at least 6 line dance songs. The line dancers aren't complaining, talking about, why don't you play more line dance music? Like if you did a 2-step or a swing out party together, or in the same vein as a stepper set, then you're going to have the swing out people sitting down saying, man, when they going to play something we can dance to? Different dynamic. So no, I don't, they wouldn't be the same. And these are just some thoughts that I'm throwing out there, because I'm starting to notice more and more people attempting to blend these two. We have a group here in San Antonio that went from stepping to all dance, and then got mad at me because I'm not interested in coming to it. Don't get upset with me. I don't care about all dance. I care about stepping. The name of this show, Inside Stepping. That's what I care about. That's just me. And if other people care about the other dances, I ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in. More power to you. But when we at a stepper set, I ain't interested in all that other stuff. I don't even want to hear that other music, because I want the vibe that come with stepping. Imagine if Ted Williams this weekend had decided, well, we're going to play some swing out music in the middle of this stepper set. Do you really believe that it would have gone over well? I'm just saying. Let's see. Elamar says Philly and Jersey has a strong bop history. Yes. Gambling Huff, Ted actually came up in 2019 and we took his classes. Never made it down. Now in 2022 and 23, many line dancers here also. We dance to every style, and that's cool. But again, and see, and here's the thing, and I do not and have no intentions of disrespecting anybody else's dance genre, because like us, y'all come up in y'all's culture and that's y'all's thing, and I respect it personally. And the last thing I would do is come into y'all's community trying to be an upstart and raising hell about what y'all doing. That's not my place. That ain't my thing. You know what I mean? I have no desire to shift anything or anybody from what they love. The same way I don't expect anybody to come into the steppers community and try to make us do swing out. That ain't gonna work. Especially if you take it and it's easy to kind of do that kind of stuff when you got people that are outside the city. In Chicago, it's dead on arrival. That's just a moot topic off the top. Ain't nobody doing that. Let's see. Warren Washington says I had a silent party with one floor divided into 3. It worked great. Hand dance, stepping, and line dance. I could see that. That I could see that working. I think that's not a bad thing. But here's the thing though, Warren. Here's what I like about what you just said. You had sense enough to understand to divide the floor to allow each one of those groups to function in their own space within that space. Brilliant idea. Unfortunately, everybody is not as smart as you. Now, you have some people who want to try and mix up all that stuff in one place. Great idea. Matter of fact, and the brilliant part about it is this: how simple it is. But you were smart enough to pull that off. Great idea. Let's see. There's a lot of music that you can swing out and step to. Yes, there is. But the problem comes in when you start, and again, it depends on where you are. Because I can tell you now that if you attempted to play some of that swing out music, let's say in the 50-yard line in Chicago, that dog ain't gonna hunt, baby. They gonna run you up out of there. So that's just how it is. DK Dixon said, I'm sorry, can you explain two-step? And two-step is a different style of partner dance. I cannot and I will not get into what I believe the details of that is, because what I don't want to be is wrong. Because it's like somebody coming into the steppers arena and attempting to explain our dance who is not necessarily a part of this culture and don't truly understand it. So I would never attempt to do that. Let's see. Don Johnson says, outside Chicago, most cities with dancers dance multiple genres, and there aren't enough dancers to maintain regular events if they are genre limited. Very few cities have enough dancers to support single genre. Oh, thing jumped up on me now. Where was I? Very few cities have enough to support single genre events on the regular, but there needs to be a local etiquette about how those dancers mix so it works for everyone. I do not disagree with that, Dawn, either. Great commentary. The thing, though, Dawn, is this, and this is my belief within the steppers community and even in the other dance genres. In order to build a city, let me give you this piece of advice right here. I'm going to give everybody this piece of advice. If you are in a city with a small market, in order to grow your market, you must first have an instructor. If you're not building dances, you really don't have any business having parties. What are you having a party for? Who's coming? You have to build your dancers. You have to have an instructor or instructors within that region, that city, in order to make sure that you have the people that you're going to throw a party for. What are you throwing a party for if you ain't got no people? That don't make no sense. So one kind of cancels the other one out. Let's see. Jules says Latin dance communities do it well. Salsa, bachata, merengue, and all danced in different music. I've not seen, and I'm here in Texas where all of that is prevalent as hell, and I've not seen them mix up like that. That's not something you're going to go to one or the other around here. Now, I don't know about somewhere else, but so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut it on down, but I just wanted to put that little information out there, just some thoughts, some food for thought. But the main thing I want you to get from what I just said, build your city. Build the dancers within your community first. After you've built your dancers, after you have built the people in your community and they understand the culture and they understand what's going on within the dance itself, then you can give a party. Why are you giving a party if you don't have any people to give a party for? I don't understand that. It's okay to have get-togethers. Y'all kick it. Y'all got a little venue you want to go. You do your thing. Oh, that's cool. That's great. But how are you giving a party for people that don't exist? Makes no sense. Well, I can't talk about the after party. I wasn't there. You was there. You gotta come. You gotta come. Oh, is that right? Producer lady said everything happened at the after party stays at the after party. See, I wasn't at the after party, so I don't know what happened. Cheryl here said there's no such thing as swing out music. I am from swing out, and to be honest with you, the music just changed over the years. We can all dance to the same music if you're not all over the place. My era dancer danced to jazz and old school R&B, so it was changed over time. Cheryl, I don't disagree with you, my dear. The thing is this. We say that there is no such thing as swing out music. But I can tell you this, as a DJ and someone who understands the nuances and subtleties of the music, we may not give it a name, but I promise you, certain songs you play for swing out, you cannot play at a stepper set. You can, but when they start saying as a DJ you trash, that's your fault. That will not happen to me. I'm not going to do it. I'm telling you now. So I hear you. I hear what you're saying. And, I'm not taking anything from what you said because there's validity to your words. However, I know as a DJ, and I'll just tell you like this. Let's keep it 100. It's some DJs in the steppers world that are trash. There are some songs that I hear DJs play that will never make my rotation. Now tell me you've been to a set and every DJ you ever heard was all good. You can't. I know you can't. So I'm just saying. It is what it is. So yes, there are nuances and subtleties to the music, and I can tell you as a DJ that some stuff you're not gonna get away with at a stepper set. There are, and just if we're gonna have the DJ conversation, I can also tell you that there are certain songs that I can't play on the West Coast, not because it's not steppers music, but because that market doesn't understand those songs, because they're not a part of that particular niche of the stepping game. It's just as simple as that. It's the truth. Now, it is a DJ's job to train the people that are listening to his music on how to listen to it. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but you got to kind of be a DJ to understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. I'm gonna make it real simple for you. Let's say, for example, y'all got a local DJ out there, wherever you are, wherever in America you are. And he'll play a song that you've never heard before. It might be a banger. Never heard it. And you're like, yeah, that's all right. But he didn't give you the backstory. He don't say anything about the song or where it came from or what it is or none of that. But then we're going to use Myron. Myron the R shows up in the building, and he's got the mystique, and the guy, he the man, he the DJ, he everybody's go-to DJ. He the dude if you can pay for him. And he shows up. And Myron puts that same song on. And the people going to swear it's the best thing since sliced bread. Why? Because of who played it. Don't ask me, because I'm telling you, I've seen this happen with my own eyes. I know that it happens. So there are nuances and subtleties to this music that, and the way it's played and who plays it makes a hell of a difference. You'll be amazed. Let me see. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm gonna try to read some of this stuff, but I don't have no glasses in here. Okay, let's see. Renika Taylor says, my first Krush and Kreme, it was very nice. From the event, decor, colors, food, DJ, and nice male dancers. Coming to get me to dance as a new dancer, very nice. Pleasant experience. I was not disappointed. Wait a minute. Very good. Thank you, Renika. Yet another accolade for Ted and Orange Slice. Great event. Cheryl says, I know Chicago steppers are in their own world. When I came to Steppin, it's the same music I swing out to from back home in Tennessee. Well, Cheryl, I agree with you to a point. Because once again, there are, like I said, places that you cannot play certain music. There are songs within the stepper genre. And again, we don't even want to give this music and say it's steppers music. But I can tell you that there are songs that have been played over the years even. I refuse to play. My personal opinion is they're trash. That's just me. Do I play for my audience? Absolutely. But like a lot of people complain and they say, oh man, we tired of listening to the same music over and over and over. Yes. Everybody is. A lot of people are. So therefore, I have to be creative and make sure that the songs that I play are going to make sure you stay out your seat. That's my job. I got to. If I'm not doing that, I'm not doing my job. Why am I there? Hell, you can get a jump drive and throw on a computer and plug it in and have music. It's a DJ's job to read the floor and understand what's going on and feed you as dancers. Karen Nichols asked, Brian, have you ever viewed ISDC Houston videos on YouTube? I've seen Tori, Drew, and several other steppers featured. Yes, I've seen it. I have mixed feelings about it, and a lot of the people around the community that I talk to about it, it's something that people participate in. I have my own ideas about sometimes why and what it's about, but that I have no heaven or hell to put nobody in, and I'm not in judgment of anybody. If that's what they like, you like it, I love it, because I ain't got to go, and I definitely ain't got nothing to say about it. So yeah, I agree. Welcome. I see. Y'all, I'm reading a little bit now, so because I got behind here. Okay. Somebody said after party was so much fun. I bet it was. I wouldn't know because I wasn't there. Damn it. Let's see. Regina Freeman says the genre of the people who practice a certain dance determine that song is for that genre. I agree with you on that one, Regina. It does matter. Let's see. Lamar says, please have another online DJ set when and after you rest up. Take care. Philly cares for you. Thank you. Is the music based on the culture of the dance you are playing for? Yes, I think it is. There are people who, again, DJs get criticized sometimes because they don't, a lot of people say, if you're a stepper DJ, you don't do other kind of DJing. That's not necessarily true. But I do personally have my own ideas about DJing. I had somebody say to me the other day that every DJ at some point will have a bad day, have a bad set. And I told them, well, I have heard that. I have also heard, I'm a biker, for those of you who don't know. I was a club president in Atlanta for many years. And the narrative was always, well, when you ride a motorcycle, it ain't a matter of when you go or if you go down, it's a matter of when. Well, I've never been down, and I've ridden for decades. As a DJ, I never intend to have a bad night. Now, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or make myself into some kind of DJ god, because I am new at DJing. I say new, I mean, I'm a few years in, but I have had some fantastic help, some great mentors, and people who have put their hands on me in that regard. And for me, it is not even a second thought about having a bad night as a DJ. Why? Because number one, I understand the music that I'm playing. The only reason I'm a DJ at all was because it was necessary based on my community. Remember what I said about building your own community before? No, I am not a instructor, and I wasn't a DJ. But because I was giving sets for the people that we were trying to help build in our community, we didn't have anybody to play the music. So I knew enough about the music to say, okay, you know what? Let me play this music. And as that began to develop, I wouldn't even call myself a DJ for probably a couple of years. I let the peers and the people around me say one day, you ready, bro? You ready now? Then I accepted being a DJ. I didn't even give myself my DJ name. Somebody else did. From there, because I respect what they do. I respect it. But in the process of becoming a DJ, I also learned other things about other music, and I understand how to play that music. But what I understand most is steppers music. Why? Because I grew up in it. I came up in it. There are songs that a lot of y'all ain't never heard before. And if I put it on, you'll probably be looking up at the DJ booth like, what the hell? But let me go to the right spot in Chicago and put that on. They're going to go nuts. See, when you understand what you're doing, there's a different feel to it. So it's necessary for a DJ to have a strong command of the music. This is why you have a lot of DJs who have been around the DJ game in stepping for a long time. And they still are just marginal. I have a unique position because of my history and where I'm from that allows me to understand certain things about this culture and this music. It's what allows me to even be able to do this show. Let's say, for example, plenty of y'all out there got money. Let's say you decided tomorrow that you was going to go out and buy you all this equipment and do your thing. I'm going to do this. Okay. You not only need to buy the equipment, you need to learn how to use it. Then after you learn how to use it, you need to learn how to use it all together. Then after you learn how to use it all together, you got to develop or maintain or have the personality to be able to pull this all off while you operating all of this equipment at the same time. First, you got to have the desire to do it. Now, I'm saying all of that to say this. After you do all of that, then you have to have the knowledge to be able to impart the information in a way that allows people to digest it and be impactful. Understand that is a uniquely rare combination. See what I'm saying? I am blessed and fortunate to possess those things. It's weird. If I felt like there were other people that could just easily step up and do what I'm doing, it would make it that much easier for me to walk away and let somebody else do it. The reason I don't walk away is because I know that there are people out there who benefit from the information that we bring on this show. And I am uniquely qualified to do it. That's why I do what I'm doing. The DJ thing, that was a sidebar. But I happen to be good at it too because of all the other things that I just mentioned. Yes, Tick Man also DJs. And I remember when Tick was first really kind of getting into it, really getting into the DJ side of things, man. And he put in work. Now you see him, on a regular basis hitting a lot of the spots. Regina Freeman said, being a DJ is work and it's not for everyone. Absolutely not. And just because you have some music or you bought a CD from somebody, that's not how this works. It's just not. If the DJ part of this game was so easy, people could just go drop a CD on or jump drive in their computer and let the party go on. It's just not that simple. It's just not. What do you got to say, baby?
Can everybody hear me? Yes. I just wanted to say this one thing because, people think they know you because of this show and you don't know us. So, someone inboxed me, tell your husband that I've never went to a Latin club that only had one dance style. Most of them play salsa, bachata, merengue, and in rotation. And I replied back, we're here in San Antonio. The place that I had my birthday party at was a salsa club. And the places that we've been to, been strictly salsa. Then she went on to say a lot of the places, have nowadays fusion, which is common, which that probably could be true because I haven't been to a salsa club in a while because I do salsa. I do belly dance. I went to dance school, professional dance school. So I just find it funny, people make comments and you really don't know a person. And it's a long text, but again, he's speaking of the experience of what we have here in San Antonio, and the clubs that we go to is strictly salsa, which we used to go to when we first moved here. So yes,
Virginia just said here in San Antonio, I haven't seen Future.
Yes, so that could be some new stuff that's going on now, but I can speak of yes, because when we moved here back in 2011 and 12, it was strictly all salsa. The two clubs that I have attended is strictly all salsa. They did not have all the dances mixed, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to put that
okay. Yeah, thank you. So, so that conversation speaks for itself. People are not doing the same things everywhere. So anyway,
that's the new style fusion. That's apparently the new thing going on.
Probably. A lot of people are mixing a lot of stuff together these days, I guess. So, and Warren Washington said, DJ Secret, most DJs play the way they dance. Now, see, there's another thing. You got a lot of DJs who don't dance. Now, imagine being a DJ, playing music, and you don't even feel what these people feel when they dance. Cheryl said, same for me as a swing out instructor. I had no intention of being an instructor, so I learned from other instructors and taught a lot of folks to swing out. Now I would never be a stepper. Two-step West Coast instructor is what you put your time and talent to work. Absolutely. And so, you know, on the like I said, on the DJ side of this, there are, just like with instruction, there are other nuances and subtleties and things that take place within that the average person doesn't recognize or would not pick up or pay attention to like another DJ would. I listen to other DJs and I can hear when they're playing something. Now, let me tell you when it's bad. It's bad when you know what the DJ gonna play next because they've fallen into a routine. It's bad when you are at an event and the music is so routine and so basic. You're dancing, yeah, because that's what you came there to do. But it ain't one of them things that just shifts your vibe, just makes you, switches you up on your axis because you like, oh, snap. That's the kind of DJ I want to be. That's the kind of DJ I like being. I'm the one that wants to hit you over your head repeatedly and make you say, damn it, my feet hurt, I'm tired, stop doing that. That's when I know I'm doing my job. When I'm sitting there and that's right, Warren, thank you. Warren Washington said that's called playing safe. I don't play safe. I'm the one, I want to knock you in your head every time I throw a new track on. I want you on your feet. I want you mad at me. I want you looking at the DJ booth like, what the hell is going on? Stop. Because let me tell you something. When they're looking at the DJ booth, baby, it ain't but for one or two reasons. You either bombing out, and you can tell by the floor, or you killing the game, and they like, oh my God. I want to hear people say to me, when I'm done with my set, bruh, you killed that. Or when I'm doing the brunches and the pool parties and that type of thing, and I got people saying, you playing tonight? You playing a set tonight? Because they know they want to hear that vibe. They want that flavor that I'm about to put in your ear. If I ain't going to do it, baby, if I ain't going to do it right, I ain't about to do it. I ain't going to do it. Yeah. Cheryl said, now that's E.T. Taylor. He will hit you and knock you off your feet. Exactly. Exactly. If I can't do it, baby, if I can't do it right, I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't even embarrass myself like that. Listen, I had the opportunity, to play at the 50-yard line. Baby, you don't go up in the 50-yard line half stepping. You don't do that. You won't come back from that. I did that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got to be about this life. You ain't about this life, go sit down somewhere. It ain't a whole lot of cats that be able to do that. I'm not out here. I'm not trying to bust my arm, pat myself on the back, because I still know I got a whole lot to learn. I got a long way to go with this. A long way. I still got cats that I want to pick their brain. I want to pick their brain, but hey, real talk. Yeah, like Brian Pollard just said, you would be so embarrassed if you come to the 50 and you ain't about it. Thank you. You already know. And my wife asked me, she's like, you nervous? I was like, nope, not at all. These my people. This is what I come from. I know what I'm doing. You dig? I know how to get it in. And ain't no playing safe. I'm about to hit you across your head, baby. I'm going to bust your dome with this music. And guess what, y'all? This Saturday, I'm going to be in Houston. Third Saturday with Faces of Houston, Tracy Lacey and Bonnie Darrett. And I'm going to knock they ass out. I'm going to blow the roof off that joker. Me and Miss DJ Mr. Mello right here in San Antonio with me. We coming to tear that place up. Don't play no games. Elamar said, you feel like a program dancer if you know the DJ's playlist. Yes. And I love a DJ that will search and research for new music, even 70s and 80s music. Angie Fain said, don't be programmed down. That's right. That's right. Exactly. And that's me. Every single week, baby, I have to upgrade. I got 3 hard drives that are identical. Every week, I add stuff to them. I hear a DJ play something, I'm like, ooh, that's hot. I'm adding that to that's going in my rotation. I upgrade every week. Because it's going to always be, why I got to calm down? She's telling me calm down. Listen to it. Yeah, somebody say, I want to be able to ask at the end of the night, what you smoking? Exactly. You know, I stay adding music to my repertoire. Because guess what? What you'll never be able to say about DJ Be Real, man, he playing the same thing everybody else playing. You ain't gonna be able to do that. You just not. And you definitely not getting ready to play it, hear it in the same rotation. That ain't gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing that you ain't gonna get out of me. A bunch of damn mixes. You ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm over the mix thing. You know, a lot of these DJs I found, they jump out here with these mixes that they done got from somebody else, and they play this stuff like they a good DJ. Mixes don't make you a good DJ, player. I'll blow you out the water. Sorry. It ain't traditional. Even though it's cool to play sometime. But if I'm going to do some mixes, guess what? I'm mixing them right there on the fly. That's how I get down. I'm not playing nobody else's made up mixes. I'm done with all that. Them days over with. I'm a real stepper. I'm a real stepper's DJ. The end. All right. That's right. Cheryl here said, but the remixes is what gets me, especially if the song is already a hit. Why mess it up? Exactly. Why destroy good music? It's there for a reason. And it ain't what you play. It's how you play it, baby. All right, y'all. It's time to go. I got to get off of here. I got to eat my dinner. And we've been on too long. I've been running my mouth. Elamar says, question, would you incorporate newer music to get the younger generation into the culture? Absolutely. And I do that. I definitely do that. And guess what? Older people often want to hear some of the newer music. See, the misconception is that the music is divided. There's no division in the music. It's just that there are certain people who insist on creating these divides and making it seem like they're doing something different. And they're really not. Because most of the newer music is off of old music anyway. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no new music without the old music. And the fact is, you're not going to give a set that anybody is going to pay any attention to where you don't have some of the classics. You got to have them. You just have to. It ain't going to work if you don't. It's simple as that. It's been proven. So, all right. With all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming and hanging out with your boy. And of course, shouts out to my man Ted Williams and Orange Slice over there in Tiny Rock, Arkansas. We had a fantastic time there this weekend. They did the damn thing. Make sure you add that to your calendar for next year. That's going to be Krush and Kreme. The color for next year is purple. Now, I told y'all about the upcoming event this Saturday. We're going to be in Houston, Texas for a third weekend. Myself, DJ Be Real, and my man DJ Mr. Mello, we will be tearing the roof off that doggone hotel over there in Houston, Texas on Saturday. My man Daryl Greenwood and Ron Brown hosting the Steppers Lounge on Friday. Sunday will be my man Co-Chiefs with Big Chief Productions over there at the original Red Rooster for legendary Third Sundays. Now, that is a mixed genre. You're going to get your swing out people and your steppers, but they always manage to pull it off. My man Stevie Ray over there, he's a mastermind. He's a genius with the music. He understands the assignment, and he always gets it right. So more power to him. Shouts out to the musical engineers for Krush and Kreme this year. We had DJ Randy E., my man Pony Mac, Daryl Smooth Greenwood, and Eric E.T. Taylor. DJ Fly Diva was in the building. She did her thing on Friday. I missed her. So with all of that, and also y'all, we will be in Chicago for the world's largest. We will be broadcasting live. So if y'all you want to set up yourself any watch parties or stuff like that, go ahead and do that, because we will be in the building broadcasting live, and you can sit at home on your television, watch it on YouTube. Make sure you got your snacks and your beverages and your comfortable couch and your big screen TV. You know, like how they do at the Super Bowl. When it's Super Bowl time, everybody go out and buy a big screen. Go buy you a big screen. Make sure you got YouTube on there so you can watch the world's largest festivities and activities and all of the dances and dancers. There's going to be I'm telling y'all, the competition this year is going to be off the chain, man. It's going to be bananas. Right behind that, y'all, the following week, we will be in Bloomington, Minnesota with my girl, Valerie O'Connor out there. Denim and Diamonds, y'all. The following week, we will be in Houston, Texas for Texas Heat. You do not want to miss Texas Heat. I'm telling y'all now, get your tickets. Go on and order that plane, get that plane fare, get that hotel room, because it's going to go down. Y'all will love it. Sylvia Perry, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Luisa Lowe, how you doing tonight? It's going down, y'all. Valerie O'Connor say, Oh, good night, dear. Yeah, Elamar, yeah, Big Rock next time. That's what I was told. They jumped on me. They said, don't be calling us Tiny Rock, we Big Rock. So yeah, Big Rock, Arkansas, y'all get ready for that. I want everybody to have yourselves a great night. I appreciate each and every one of you. We will see y'all. In fact, I'll be broadcasting just a little bit on Saturday, so you can kind of check in on what we doing over there. Make sure you got your TVs and everything ready, because we're going to be playing some good music. You get to put your hand on the TV and dance with us and hang out and kick it and do the damn thing, y'all. With that said, everybody have yourself a fantastic night. I love you. Never measure an event by the quality of the people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present, y'all. That's me. I said that. Good night.